CryptoSLO with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Morning coffee. So, as the title of this morning's vlog says, you don't have it until you have it. Well, this is a really important thing, because with all of these ROI type games on Tron, hold on a second. All these ROI type games on Tron, you know, people get greed in their eyes. You know, everybody thinks they're going to 2x their Tron. And what you have to keep in mind is, ever since Lambo Lotto, unless someone comes out with something unique, I don't think you're going to see a lot of these contracts go up like you saw Lambo Lotto go up. And I would definitely say, if you can OTC your Lambo Lotto and get out, I would personally, because I don't think it's feasible that that contract will hit 13.9 million, which brings us to a good point. On these ROI type games, it seems like the newest one, Gem, it peaked out at 1.26 last night, and then the contract started to drop. Now, there's different economics going on, and it really is interesting from a game theory standpoint. But with Gem, the rub is that the gems go up and down based on supply, the price. The problem is that if you don't pick the right entry point, that, you know, you may never hit ROI. You may never get the gems may never run up to the point of where you want it to. So with that, I don't really think that Gem is a sustainable model. And I think the contract, and I'm not fudding, based on how it's working, I think you'll see a big hit to the contract this upcoming week. Now, could there be different phases? Most definitely. I kind of think of it as like shrimp farm in a way. Close this a little bit. You know, if people understand the pattern, they may be able to make out on that game. But I don't know, man. I'm not feeling the Gem model. Now, Master Bullish Token. This is kind of a cool concept. This one hasn't been done before. It's time-based, so the price always goes up. Now, the problem with Master Bullish Token is that the contract can get saturated at a specific price level. Now, what I've noticed in the last day or two, the contract hasn't moved much, new money, and the prices continue to increase. Now, the spread on Master Bullish Token is pretty big. It's like, I think I figured it out to be 36%. So it's a pretty big spread. So be careful with that one. You know, and as always, you don't know if any of these are complete exit scams unless the contract has been verified. So kind of what I'm waiting to see next is an ROI game that is time-based. That's the key. It has to be time-based, and the prices have to be locked in or always increasing. And I think that one will do well. There's a bunch of clones that have popped up on the DApp radar that are all the same ROI, and, you know, I don't think you're going to really see any of the contracts, you know, get super huge like some of these earlier ones did. But if you haven't already checked it out, I posted a video on OTC tokens which aren't listed on exchanges. This is really good if you want to get out of one of those platforms. Another strategy that you could use is you could OTC on a spread higher than what the sell is. So let's say the buy is at 1.5 and the sell's at 1. You could try to OTC at 1.25 for people that are FOMOing in. So that's another strategy you can use. But repeating what I started at the beginning of this video, with all of these ROI type things. Don't get greedy, you know. It seems about like if you can make 25%, that's a solid gain, and you can definitely, you know, move on to the next thing. Today I will be doing some anti-math from TronBet. TronBet kind of has me thinking, you know, at first glance, I will admit that, you know, I didn't think the divs were all that great from TronBet, but here's the thing, at least they're pretty consistent compared to the other dApps. Now, I know there's a lot of people talking about Trontopia, and I know they're going to wait until the hard fork today and let that flush out and make sure everybody, you know, everything is good. There's no big flub ups. None of the nodes are going down, which also brings me to a lot of these daily ROI contracts. Everyone's going to pour money into Trontopia because it's the new, latest, greatest platform. Now, everyone says that it's not a clone and it's original and it's amazing. The thing is, they're going to have to come out with different games that are engaging than TronBet. I think they were going to originally launch, and the system just wasn't up to snuff, and you know, they put it on hold. I know there's a lot of people that are going to go hard on Trontopia. I don't know. I might mind a little bit, maybe like 5,000, 10,000, just to see what it does. But definitely, you know, the divs are always the best in the beginning. That's how it always is. So I kind of see that as low risk in the sense that typically if you mine at launch, you're pretty much guaranteed ROI if you know, unless the system crashes or it's a piece of crap or something. But yeah, but just don't get greedy, especially with these ROI things. Keep it to 20-25% and hit it, split it, and move on to the next one. But yeah, so I hope to be doing a video on anti-math and, you know, what if I think it's a sustainable producer of income if you have enough anti. But more so, what kind of initial investment up front on the anti would you need to generate a decent amount of Tron? So that's about it for today. Hope you have a great day. This is CryptoSLO. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.